The government offering condolences to Haiti. Police investigate an alleged stolen aircraft, and a local political party makes an announcement. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your JCN News for this Wednesday, July 7th.
I'd like to extend to the people of Haiti our profound condolences on the untimely demise of President Jovenel Moïse. I'd like to also to assure Haiti of our prayers and our thoughts in this time of challenge for them.
That's Foreign Affairs Minister Darren Henfield sending his condolences to the people of Haiti following what has also been described as a horrific assassination. Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated at his private residence in Port-au-Prince, Haiti on Wednesday morning. Haiti's interim Prime Minister Claude Joseph telling the media that unidentified gunmen stormed Mr. Moïse's home at 1 a.m., fatally shooting him and injuring his wife, First Lady Martine Moïse, who is also being treated in hospital, and her condition remains unclear. Mr. Joseph alleging the attackers were foreigners who spoke English and Spanish. Haiti's official languages are Creole and French. Prime Minister Joseph has called for calm and has also declared a state of emergency nationwide, as the country in recent history has been plagued with coups and political unrest. Minister Henfield says that he has been on the phone all morning contacting the Prime Minister of Haiti, Claude Joseph, who is currently in charge of the country, and many other Haitian diplomats in regards to what will happen now.
Of course, the situation is quite fluid. So the ministry, as well as the cabinet officers, we're collectively working on a statement that we will put out, but we reassured Edmond Borchett, the ambassador in Washington, of our support in any way that we can. We call for calm in Haiti. We call for constitutional law to be observed in Haiti. We call for cooperation of all sides in Haiti. In fact, we recently met with CARICOM heads. I led the delegation for the Bahamas, and Haiti was part of that discussion. At the end of it, we had planned to put out a statement. I don't know if it was issued, calling for calmer heads to prevail in Haiti. We also denounced the wanton violence that we saw going on in Haiti, the gang activity and the like.
According to Minister Henfield, his ministry has instructed the Bahamian embassy in Haiti to close. There are a total of 4 Bahamian nationals in Haiti that are diplomats at the embassy. Mr. Henfield assures that they are safe and are currently discussing a way forward. Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis also sending a statement of condolences to the people of Haiti. Dr. Minnis says the government of the Bahamas is deeply saddened by the developments and strongly condemns the action of the perpetrators. He offers the country's deepest condolences to the government and the people of Haiti. He says the heads of government of CARICOM at its 42nd meeting, which concluded on the 6th of July, discussed the ongoing situation in Haiti and offered its assistance in finding a peaceful resolution to the political crisis. He has been in contact with the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, chairman of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community. He adds that as a country, we pray for the people of Haiti for a peaceful resolution to the political crisis. Police on Marsh Harbor, Abaco are investigating a stolen aircraft. We're told that the Marsh Harbor Police Station received a report of a 1984 white and brown trim Israel 8-seater plane number 1124A and registration number N790JR stolen from Treasure Key Airport on Treasure Key, Abaco. This much taking place off the heels of a plane crash on Treasure Key this past Monday, which killed 2 Bahamian pilots. Police are reporting that that same plane was later identified as stolen.
And sometime this morning, around early part of the morning, that same plane was reported stolen by the owners, who reported coming into Abaco on Friday the 2nd and was scheduled to leave Abaco on Monday the 5th. When the plane was reported to be stolen from the Treasure Key Airport. At this point, the police and other agencies are investigating that accident, and where the two parties lost their lives. Now the stars now, much like I said, that nothing now is that plane is under the investigation of the police and other agencies.
That's Assistant Superintendent of Police Stephen Roll, who adds that the alleged owners of the plane was being held by immigration officials.
Well, I don't think it's Americans. I think that either Dominican or Venezuelan personnel were being held by immigration in regards to overstaying. But I think that matter was resolved, and both persons were allowed to leave the country.
The airplane is estimated at $300,000. Investigations are being continued in this matter. A man dies after being electrocuted on a boat today, sometime around 10 a.m. We're told that police were called to the Joseph Alfred dock, where they found the body of a man lying over an engine on a small yacht. Our Laurencia Smith has more.
A family grapples with the death of a loved one as a male in his early 30s was fatally electrocuted sometime around 10 o'clock this morning on Joseph Alfred dock located on Bay Street. The deceased has been identified as Shervin Brennan by his aunt Khadijah Saunders. She says that they are a close-knit family and they're still grieving the loss of her son who died recently. However, she says her nephew's death is definitely a shocker.
Shervin is a loving, quiet person. You don't get much from him, you know. Shervin works every day, always to work, always working, and like to dress up, So it's really sad. I mean, and even especially just now when we came and his body just being taken away, we don't know really what happened. Nobody even had the courtesy to just come and say, well, this is whatever it is. So just hold on 2 minutes for his mom to get you, so at least she could, because it's not an easy road when you lose a child. Don't care how they die.
Anthony E. Roll, who is the owner of the Trident yacht, describes his relationship with the deceased as a big brother relationship. As you see, they've known each other for a number of years. Mr. Knoll shared that he knew the victim for about 14 and a half years, as his mother worked alongside him at the Paradise Island Beach Club. Trying his best to hold back the tears, he says that he worked so hard to try to save him.
I got a phone call, say, we have a problem, say Shervin, say come. I was on Mackey Street. I came as quickly as I could come. We went down in the hole, looked for him. He was in the hole of the boat. And he laid across. Apparently, he had no shoes on, no shirt on. And I don't know why, because he preached to everybody else about wearing proper footwear. And this morning he had no footwear on. He was still getting shocked. The body was still getting shocked. You couldn't touch him. No power on. So it apparently batteries. There's 3 12-volt batteries, 36 volts. That's a lot of energy. And him not having no shirt on, not having no shoes on, he became a conductor for electricity.
Harris Press Liaison Officer, Assistant Superintendent of Police Audley Peters, giving reporters their initial investigations.
And on their arrival, they were directed to a small yacht where they went to the engine room of that yacht and found the unresponsive body of a male lying over an engine bay. The information is that while he was doing some repairs, he complained of being electrocuted, and moments later his colleagues went into the engine room and examined him, and he was unresponsive. The emergency medical services visited the scene, and following their examinations, they pronounced the body lifeless.
Meantime, Police Press Liaison Officer ASP Audley Peters says the investigation into this matter is ongoing. I'm Laurencia Smith for JCN News.
You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.